a start. The feature race for speed cars on the Centenary Real Estate lap board. 15 laps of fury. They head out for the first time. Shane McDowell gets a nice little hole first off. He's hanging on to it. Holds it nice and tight. Oh, look at this. Have a look at this. Have a look at that. I'll see if I can pick up who that is. I don't want to put the mocker on. I think it might be Steve Swingler. You are gotta be joking. I didn't even see how that happened. I'd say he's wheeled someone, but if he's done anything less than about 15 rolls, then I'm not here. We'll pick it up. As we were saying, high performance video all the action. If you actually grab one of the videos that's in there, here it comes now. Speed cars on the Centenary Real Estate lap board. 15 laps of fury. They head out for the first time. Shane McDowell gets a nice little hole first off. He's hanging on to it. Holds it nice and tight. Oh, look at this. Have a look at this. Have a look at that. Straight up over the wheel. He's gonzo. Jeez. Oh, that's about 12 rolls if I've ever seen it. He's gone over the number 6 car. Probably Paul Field, is it? He's gone over. Let's go to Dave Button. He's down on the infield. Dave, you're right there, mate. Is he okay?
Yeah, Graham, just a quick look at the race car. Basically, it's a collector's item, and when Stewards are finished talking to the driver, I'll go over and have a better look at the car. The driver is a little bit distraught, so we'll leave him alone just for the moment. But the rail cage is actually bent over to the right. It's an absolute throwaway, this race car. The chassis is actually twisted in a very, very difficult sort of manner to explain. It's Darren Gardner too, by the way. And the front of the car, obviously all the damage sustained at the front of the car. Front axle, shocks, the usual stuff. The frightening thing for me, and I've been around Speedway for a long time, this chassis, I've never seen anything like it. The chassis is like a banana, but it's twisted over to the right somehow, and you can see the back right of the car is on the racetrack, is actually sitting up off the track. So Stewart's talking. Put a neck brace on him, on Darren.
Quick, actually, it's the quickest I've seen it for quite some time, and as everyone's seen from the times, and it's been quite racy. Excellent.
We're going to get you to draw a raffle, but we'll come here into the centre and do it. So Darren Dillon is out of the car, and that's a great sign.
Max, mine's the one with... Let's go back to Dave Button.
Yeah, thanks, Graham. Max Dumpsey, second in this year's World Series Sprint Car Championship. Almost thought you were going to get there for a while.
Yeah, we had a pretty good run for most of the series, but when we came to Brisbane for the Brisbane swing of it, we just had a pretty bad week. Nothing much went our way. And
12 car. Top 6 will go to the Stars scratch race, and that'll be our final event. Coming up next, we get back with the 3 final events for the sprint cars. Let's go! Hard charge, and on the restart from Centenary Real Estate, 12 laps the journey as McDowell gives them a go. Neil Pugh and a nice little push right through the middle. Starts to put the cat amongst the pigeons. Nice and early! Well, there we go. What happened with the 94 car? It just got a little loose. coming around the top. That's Shane McDowell. He got a little sideways and under a race with the boys putting the steam on coming out of the turn. There was nowhere for him to go and they all started to bank up behind him. But you can go for that this Sunday, 10 o'clock for the sprint car, the two-seater. The Weatherall Prestige Auto Body car lines them up. Jason McDowell is your pole sitter. Looks like the number 4 car goes to the rear too. That would be over that start. Yep, there he goes. Heading back now. Let's go as McDowell leads them away this time out. McDowell, there goes McMahon right around the outside like a sheepdog, rounded up a couple of Merinos. Vine charges up with him. McMahon down into 2. McDowell out in front, lock horns. Darren Vine looking for victory early. His sister Julie comes up through the pack of the number 11. Look at McMahon outside. Vine's gone out there with him. Reckon the breeze is better. Vine hooks it down low. Comes up in the second spot. Paul McMahon and Vine lock horns. Darren Vine does the better. McMahon in the second spot. Now the push comes from Corbett. Corbett comes up in behind him and takes over in third. Here comes Julie Vine. What's good for Big Brother is good for one and all, and Julie Vine whacks it. The lady is like lightning. Moves into third spot. So it's Darren Vine, Paul McMahon and Julie Vine. Then comes Corbett. He's just a bit back off the pace, but he's holding his mark as we roll down the lap straight. Darren Vine charging away with him with McMahon and Julie Vine. Then comes Corbett, Jason McDowell, then a long, long way back to the rest of the pack. Tony Crux breathing that little group, but oh, he's up on the infield. That's McDowell, he's out of it. So taking over back up in front, it's still Darren Vine. McDowell stays on the inside. Darren Vine, McMahon, Julie Vine. Look at this. Here's a woman who does not take prisoners. Great driver. The speed she can get out of this car. These are compact speed cars. No wings, but boy, do they fly. Julie Vine working all over the place, trying to get past Paul McMahon. He's not letting it go by too easily though. What the heck? He wants to put his name on the checkbook and he wants to stay right there in the main straightaway. Tips it into the turn. Vine going out the other side. Out at 2. Down into 3. He charges. Then comes Paul McMahon. In behind him, Julie Vine. One loose. Tony Crux right on the edge. Tony Crux right on the edge of the berm. Next to that should be Michael Hunter. Yeah, it is, yeah. Michael Hunter in behind Corbett. That'll make 5. Not much left in this. If they're going to have top 6 in a race, it's pretty well what you're watching now. Let's go! Darren Vine hunts them away pretty quickly. Oh! Look at this! Hold the phone, hold the phone. Like 2 little naughty puppies in a paddock. Bucket of water. Well, they've gone down, they're letting it run. Julie Vine's climbed right up on the back of Paul McMahon. Under normal circumstances, that might have been a good idea, but not in a race. Darren Vine and Corbett. And then comes Michael Hunter, coming up for the final checkered flag. Darren Vine takes it. Wayne Corbett in the second. And across the line, just in the shadows of the post. They've just got by. Look at those 2 little naughty cars down there. They lift them up, take them off, splits them up nice and easy. There's a little nudge bar at the rear that's used by the push cars. And they just wheeled one another and she wound up stuck on that. Good chalk line, Brian. Real good chalk line, mate. There's about 18 of them there. Let's go! 6 laps. McDowell gets out quickly. Look at Vine, goes right up. 3 abreast with McMahon. Darren and Julie Vine inside and outside like you're threading a needle. And out in front is Paul McMahon. Then Steve Swingler. Swingler right in the middle of that. He goes between Darren and Julie Vine. Leaves McMahon out in front. Jason McDowell just tails off in this. These are the best that they had from the compacts. Over 4 laps. Still McMahon leads the charge. Steve Swingler's gone with him. He's ironed out all the problems he obviously had in the car earlier tonight, because he was not getting this turn of speed out of it. He goes high side. This time Vine goes up there with him. That's Darren Vine. Julie Vine coming up in the 4th. Steve Swingler floats around the top. Sits there beautifully. This track has held up superbly tonight under the pounding it got. Swingler takes over. Steve Swingler, Paul McMahon, Darren Vine, Julie Vine and Jason McDowell. Round the top end they come. Tips out of 3 into 4. Very wide. Lot of power on the final lap. McMahon comes at Swingler again. Swingler says, you want to do better than that, young fella. Swingler goes to the wall. Comes down hard. Tries to shut the gate. Does just that. Crowds it a bit. Over the line. Julie Vine gets up. Darren Vine washes out. Will just... He may have just made it. I think Jason McDowell may have beat him in the photo finish at the end. But a big win for Stephen Swingler. Give him a hand, Speedway fans. And how about you come on down to the pits and come down and have a talk to us. Meet and greet the drivers, get your autographs, everything like that. No, Dave, no. Meet and greet the drivers.